Hello, theorists. This is Mr. Snyder, your professor in music theory, and today I'd like to talk to you a little bit about a great online resource called musictheory.net. Now, this is a website that's free to use and can supplement the things that we are learning in class. What I'm going to feature for you in the website here are the lessons, exercises, and tools that it has to offer. The lessons take you through step by step and maybe explain some things in a different way than we talk about in class, or perhaps just a review for what you would like to do, or sometimes maybe you want to look ahead. As we scroll through here, you can see there's a number of different topics, and let's say we are interested in triad inversion. So we'll click on that, and what you'll see is some instructions at the bottom of the screen while it demonstrates for you what's going on in the lesson, not only on the staff, but also using a piano keyboard. So whether you've been through this lesson or not in theory class, it's explaining to you that the lowest note in a triad is the bass note. And when we click on the next part of the lesson, it shows you the fifth and the third of the chord. And then it shows you graphically how to invert a chord. I kind of like that. So the bass is now the third of the chord. This is called first inversion. And there's a little icon you can play. To make happy sounds. We invert again, and now it's called second inversion, and we get to hear that too. And finally, we invert it back to its root position. At the end of the lesson, a nice handy chart to show you what root position, first inversion, and second inversion are all about. So that's an example of a lesson on this website. Let's look at an exercise. With exercises, you get to have a little bit of practice with these topics, and let's say we're interested in chord identification. Okay, so we have a number of choices here as to what this might be. And I'm looking at it as a major seventh. Let's see if I'm right. And yes, I'm 1 for 1. I have 100% success. And let's say I'm looking at this, but I've been a little sleepy lately in class, so I think that that's a diminished triad. Nope, it's telling me very gently that that's not exactly what it is. Well, then it must be a dominant seventh. No. Well, how about a diminished? No, maybe it's a minor triad. There we go. So now I'm shooting 40%. And you can go through this and do as many as you like. The third piece of the website I'd like to demonstrate are the tools. And these are pretty interesting. There's a lot to explore here. And the piece that I explored, I guess I'm interested in chords today. So I'm looking at the chord calculator. So here you get to select the clef. Of course, alto clef is selected because why wouldn't it? But you can select any other clef or graphically on a keyboard. And if you ask it to display for you an E flat major triad, it'll give it for you. And then you get to hear it. Or if you wanted the diminished seventh, or the augmented triad, or let's say you wanted an E double sharp augmented triad because, I don't know, you're from Australia, it'll show you what you want. So you can pick any chord and then be able to see it up here. This might be an interesting study tool if you choose to quiz yourself on these qualities of chords. So that's a basic overview of what's going on in musictheory.net. I really feel like the lessons, exercises, and tools can be helpful in supplementing the coursework that we're doing in class. Check back soon, and I'll see if I have some other goodies for you that I've found on the web.